Welcome to the Rooted in the Seasons podcast. I'm Katja Patel, and today we are refreshing more than just your shelves. We are lightening your mind with a spring pantry makeover. It's the perfect time. The days are getting longer and the air is slowly warming. So spring invites us to bring a fresh breeze, let go of the old and make space for the new. I don't know about you, but I tend to clean the house, sweep out the cobwebs and throw open the windows. So why not extend this energy of renewal into the pantry too? This isn't just about organizing our cupboards. It's also inviting mental clarity, reduces decision fatigue, and helps align us with the season's natural rhythms. In Ayurveda, spring is governed by Kapha dosha, which brings heaviness, dullness, and resistance to change. And nowhere is this more obvious than in the pantry, full of outdated jars, half-used ingredients, and overwhelming options. So let's explore how a mindful pantry makeover, guided by seasonal eating and Ayurvedic principles, can lighten both your shelves and your stress load. So, why a spring pantry makeover reduces stress, you might ask? Here are my thoughts. These days, we can get almost any food from anywhere in the world at any time. But this abundance comes at a cost. Too many choices, especially when it comes to the food, make it difficult to decide and leave us disconnected from what's actually good for us. This often shows up as a cluttered pantry, which leads to more time spent deciding what to cook, more stress about making the right choice, and a tendency to reach to comfort foods instead of what supports the energy and the digestion. By narrowing your food options to what's seasonal and suitable, you naturally reduce overwhelm. And the best of all, this supports your health. But that's not all. In Ayurveda, ritucharya, the seasonal routine that helps us stay balanced through each shift in nature. And Satmya reminds us to choose food that's familiar and suitable for our constitution and the current season. In spring, Kapha is dominant. So what's the antidote? As mentioned earlier, Kapha is heavy, slow, and stagnant. So we need light, dry, warming, and stimulating foods with pungent, bitter, and astringent tastes. If you're interested in the tastes in Ayurveda, you can read a separate blog post. I'll put the link into the show notes. So this seasonal approach does more than support digestion and energy. It also simplifies your meal planning, builds immunity, keeps you in sync with the environment, reminding you that you're part of something bigger and that something bigger influences your health and well-being. So what can you clear out to start fresh? Here's where it gets practical. Start your spring pantry cleanse by removing expired foods and spices, especially those who are not touched since last year. Heavy and kapha aggravating items such as refined sugars, processed snacks, try to reduce or eliminate them anyway. Canned creamy soups, there's no need to buy those. Cold breakfast cereals, sour pickles, old cheese. Also take a moment to check your spice rack. Set aside the winter warming favorites like cinnamon and nutmeg and make space for more pungent, clearing spices. Now we have cleared out the old. Let's restock the pantry with seasonal and Kapha pacifying options. These naturally support lighter digestion and mental clarities. Here are the herbs and spices to favor. Black pepper, mustard seeds, dry ginger, but also fresh ginger grated is absolutely essential. Long pepper, pipperly, which is slightly milder than black pepper and is very good for the lungs and reducing the mucus. Thyme, also especially good for lungs and for circulation. Fresh herbs like parsley, mint, coriander, wild garlic. Wild garlic, that's now in season. And maybe you have some growing in your garden that you can use. Here's a tip. When you buy spices, buy smaller amounts to keep them fresh and active. Choose seeds over powders when you can. Grind the seeds into powder, again into smaller batches using a coffee grinder to preserve the potency of these spices. If you're wondering what's in season right now in terms of vegetables, then here is a little assortment. Asparagus is now in season. Spinach, maybe also from last year, the little bit tougher spinach that grows in the garden. Little small radishes, they are in season. Spring onions, watercress, broad beans, they will come soon. Carrots, lettuce, early peas, beetroots, could be also from last year still, or fresh ones, from small ones from this year, and rhubarb. The grains and legumes that you should favor now are barley, which has more astringent qualities, old rice or wheat, green mung dal, lentils, sprouted or split. Use dry beans and chickpeas from last year. They are naturally astringent. Fruits, not many fruits are now. Some berries are coming, some early gooseberries might be out there. In the end of the month, early strawberries, they come as well. And then in terms of more vegetable, like the bitter greens that come like rocket as a salad, nettles and dandelion leaves that you can also make into salads or steam or soups. And the bonus, when you use these ingredients, they are more local, they are fresh, they are eco-friendlier, fewer food miles, and less waste. Here's another tip, which is excellent in the spring. It is sprout your lentils or the whole mung beans as well. Sprouting makes them easier to digest for the body and lighter in their energy. And it's incredibly simple. You only need to soak the whole, either the green mung dal or the brown lentils, or also whole grains like barley or wheat or oats, overnight. So soak them overnight, plenty of water. Next morning, rinse them thoroughly. Then cover the jar with a muslin cloth or a mesh. Turn it upside down to drain. Repeat this every day. Rinse them thoroughly and turn it upside down to to drain and then wait for a few days. Then the little sprouts appear, and then as soon as they appear, you can eat them, use them, or you wait them till the sprouts are a little bigger. So how to use them, in case you're not working with sprouts. They are very versatile. You can add them to soups or dals. You can make dal out of sprout mung dal, for example, rather than the whole mung dal. Toss them into lightly steamed spring salad. Stir into grain bowls. Use them in bread. You can make nice bread from sprouted grains, or swap them for the dal in the khichdi. So you use the rice and the sprouts. And if you're not into sprouting, so don't worry, you can make a quick and calming meal. Keep a bag of split mung dal and barley handy and use those. But try it. It's really easy, and they are really packed full of vitamins. So what to cook from the seasonal harvest? Now that your pantry is stocked and you think, what do I actually cook with this beautiful spring produce? Here are a few ideas for light and nourishing meals that you can get started with. Spicy carrot soup warms and stimulates to clear Kapha. Green soup with barley balances and easy on digestion. Mung dal or khichdi with a seasonal twist. These three recipes you will find in the show notes, but there are other things that you can, or other meals that you can quickly make with these steamed nettles or rocket with a little bit of lemon and pepper, like a steamed salad, is really great and goes well with everything. Asparagus, stir fry it with some ginger, some mustard seeds. Light and quick and kapha reducing. Or a barley pilaf instead of rice with fresh herbs and sprouts, grounding and not heavy. These dishes are simple, they are satisfying, and they build support for your body to shift into this spring. How about making a great spring spice mix, and you can prep it ahead? Here's an inspiration that I got from one of my favorite Ayurvedic cookbook writers, Kate O'Donnell. And for this spring spice mix, you need 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, 1 tablespoon of cumin seeds, and 1 teaspoon of fenugreek or methi seeds. Then 1 tablespoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon black pepper, and 1/8 of a teaspoon cayenne pepper, and a pinch of clove powder. And that's optional. How to prepare it? You dry roast the whole seeds individually in a pan, then let them cool down. And when they are proper cold, then put all the ingredients in a spice grinder or food processor and create a fine powder with that. Store it in a glass jar, and then you can sprinkle it onto soups, stews, or vegetables. So you might wonder how this helps you feel better. Well, the Spring Pantry Makeover doesn't just tidy your kitchen. It reduces food choice overwhelm by focusing on the seasonal products. It eases mental fatigue by aligning with natural rhythms, and the seasonal food has the best energy now that you need. It supports your digestion, Gets you clearer skin, the sinuses clear up, and also the mood lifts, all Kapha related. It encourages mindful eating with fewer but more nourishing choices. It's also a beautiful way to practice kindness to your body by choosing what it truly needs rather than what your tongue craves. Now here's a little add-on, and you might haven't thought about this yet and wonder how this fits in. If your mind feels just as cluttered as your pantry, a little breath work can do a long way. A little breathing can go a long way. Ayurveda doesn't separate body from the mind. As we lighten our food, it's also helpful to clear mental fog, especially that heavy Kapha type fog like sluggishness and feeling stuck. 2 simple practices to try. First one is Nadi Shodhan, the alternate nostril breathing. It brings calm and clarity, harmonizes both sides of the brain. And Kapalabhati, it's an energizing breath to clear the sinuses and to awaken the system. So for those, I'll put some links into the show notes. Just 5 minutes a day with any of the breathing will help you to feel clearer, lighter, and more focused. And it's the perfect complement to a refreshed pantry. Ayurveda always looks ahead. By addressing Kapha now, we prevent imbalances as Pitta, the fire element, rises in the summer ahead. Here are some final thoughts. In a world of too much, too many food choices, too many diets, too many expectations, the spring invites us to return to simplicity and let go of what's not needed anymore. You do more than tidy your shelves by clearing your pantry. You let go of what's not longer needed, and you restock with nature's seasonal bounty. You make daily life a little easier, kinder, and more in tune with the wisdom of the seasons. I hope this inspired you to take small steps towards clarity and balance in this season. If you enjoyed this episode, share it or check the blog for more spring recipes and Ayurvedic tips. Bye-bye.